first flowers my father ever received were the ones we laid on his coffin. He never got them while he was alive. None of us thought to give them go. My father worked a job he never once complained about. Came home tired in a way that made no sound. Set his lunchbox by the door, washed his hands at the sink, sat down at the table without letting anyone feel the weight of what it took to get there. I used to think my father's quiet was just the way he was made. Now I know it was a choice he made for us. He swallowed what the day cost him, so we could have our supper warm and never know what anything cost. My father didn't give me speeches, he gave me Saturday mornings, handed me a wrench before I knew what it was for. Stood beside me, never in front, let me get it wrong. Waited, then showed me once more. All those years I thought my father was just quiet. All those years I thought he was just there. I didn't know that there was the whole thing. I didn't know that showing up was how my father said, I lay this life down for you without blinking, without asking you to know, without ever asking you to know. My father always took the smaller piece, every meal, every time, without a word. Stayed up late when money was the question, and came to breakfast like the answer had been heard. I never saw my father cry but once, and even then he turned his back to me, so I wouldn't have to carry what he carried in that moment. That was his love, go. That was always his love. My father fixed things, that was his language. Broken fence, broken engine, broken day. If he could put his hands around the problem, he'd work it till the broken went away. I understand now what my father was really saying. Every time he picked that tool back up, he was saying, I am here. This family will not fall, not today, not while I've got hands, not while I've got breath, go. My father didn't give me answers, he gave me how to look for them. Didn't hand me an easy road, gave me legs that knew the climb. Didn't leave me his words, left me something better, left me time and the memory of how he used his go. All those years I thought my father was just steady. All those years I thought that steady was enough. I didn't know that steady is the hardest thing a man can be. To show up worn down to the bone and let your children think that everything is fine, that everything is held, that everything is safe, because their father's in the house, because their father's in the house. We bought him flowers when he could no longer smell them. We said the things we should have said at dinner. We stood around a man who spent his whole life making sure we never had to stand alone. And we were lost without him, go. If your father's still here, go to him tonight. Not tomorrow, tonight. Tell him you see it, tell him you saw it all along. Tell him the quiet taught you everything, go. last lines, voice carries the weight of every son who waited too long. Bell tone after the very last word, let it ring until the room is empty. The first flowers my father ever received were the ones we laid on his coffin. And I keep thinking, why didn't I bring them sooner? Why didn't any of us bring them sooner ago? He spent his whole life checking our tires, taking the smaller piece, turning away so we wouldn't see him break. And all it would have taken was once, just once, to hand him something and say, I see you, Dad. I see everything you carry. I see everything you are. My father didn't give me speeches. My father didn't give me speeches. He gave me Saturday mornings, handed me a wrench before I knew what it was for. Stood beside me, never in front, let me get it wrong, waited, then showed me once more. All those years I thought my father was just quiet. All those years I thought he was just there. I didn't know that there was the whole thing. I didn't know that showing up was how my father said I'd lay this life down for you, without blinking, without asking you to know, without ever asking you to know. My father worked a job he never once complained about. Came home tired in a way that made no sound. Set his lunchbox by the door, washed his hands at the sink, sat down at the table without letting anyone feel. Some days the weight doesn't arrive with a warning. It's just sitting on your chest when you open your eyes in the morning. You don't name it and you don't explain it to anyone who asks. You just lace your boots and walk into whatever the day has got. I learned that from my father, not from anything he said, but from the way he moved through hard years, like a man who'd already made his peace with what lay ahead. He never made the struggle something the rest of us were asked to share. He just carried it back to his room at night, came out ready in the morning like it wasn't there. He didn't hand me a philosophy or a map for when it's rough. He handed me the quiet understanding that showing up is usually enough. That a man who loves his people finds a way to keep on finding ways. Not because it's easy, but because some things are worth every single one of these days, God. So I pour the coffee in the dark before the house begins to wake. I check on what needs checking and I fix what needs to not be left to break. I carry what my father carried, not as burden but as proof that the ones inside this house have someone standing on this roof. God, someone who is not going anywhere, someone who learned how to stay from a man who never once explained it. he just stayed guck. My mother called last Tuesday. Nothing urgent, nothing wrong. Just the kind of call that tells you someone needs to hear a voice they've known so long. We talked about the small things, the way we always do, and neither one will say that what we're really doing is just making sure the other one is okay. I told her I'd come Sunday. I'd sit beside her in the kitchen the way my father used to sit. I won't say too much, just be there, just be present, just be it. Because I understand now what my father understood, that sometimes love is just a body in a chair that says without a single word, I see you and I'm here. He didn't tell me it would get easier, or that the load would someday lift. He showed me that the carrying itself slowly becomes a kind of gift, that a man who holds his family through the seasons and the strain finds something in the holding that he never could have found if he had walked away. So I pour the coffee in the dark, and I breathe before the noise begins. I think about the man who did this before me, and I feel him in my hands and in my skin. I carry what he carried, not because I have no choice, but because I've heard his lesson, living quietly inside my voice, telling me that hard and worthy are not opposites at all, that the way you choose to carry is the thing that keeps you from the fall. Go. Still as a man exhaling in an empty parking lot, each line given space, bell tone once at the end, like something settling into place. I'm not asking for an easier road, I stopped asking for that. Somewhere around the time I realized my father never asked for one either, and he made it. He made it all the way through, and left something behind worth carrying forward. God. So on the nights when the weight is weight of its own, when the bills and the worry and the quiet of being the one everyone else leans on gets heavier than I expected, I don't look for a way out, I look for what he would have done. And I already know the answer, I've always known the answer. God. He would have poured the coffee, he would have taken the breath, he would have opened that door and walked back in. God. Like a father saying, you've got this. Not triumphant, settled, the sound of a man who has found solid ground under his feet again. Chapel resonance opens wide on the last lines, voice steady and certain, bell tone after the last word, long and warm, let it fill the room. So I pour the coffee in the dark, and I remind myself of what I know, that tired is not the same as broken, that bent is not the same as letting go. I carry what my father carried, and his father carried before him too. This quiet, stubborn, faithful love that says, I will not leave you, I will not leave you, I will not leave you, girl. Not today, not when it's hard, not when the weight is real and the road is long. 'cause I will not leave you, girl. Some days the wait doesn't arrive with a warning. Some days the wait doesn't arrive with a warning. Some days the wait. There's a kind of inheritance that doesn't come in boxes or in words. It comes in the angle of a shoulder and the patience of a man who never raised his voice, because he never had to raise his voice for the people that he loved to hear him go. He didn't hand me a philosophy, he handed me the slow and quiet way. He moved through every morning like each one was worth the weight of his attention. And somewhere in the years between his life and mine, I stopped rushing through my days the same way he never rushed through his gold. His hands are in my hands now, the steadiness, the care, the way I hold the broken things like they deserve to be repaired. His voice is in my silence every time I choose to stay, when leaving would be easier. He's in the way I stay. Go. He never left. He's in the way I stay. My son looked up at me last evening with that look that boys get when they've done something wrong and don't know what the world will do with them next. And out of somewhere old and warm inside my chest came a stillness I'd seen before, in the way my father filled a doorway without filling it with anything but presence, without asking for anything but trust. Go. I didn't know I had it in me till it came. I didn't know how much of him was sleeping in my chest all this time, waiting for the moment when his son would need a father the same way I once needed mine. Go. He didn't teach me with a lesson or a list. He taught me with the 10,000 ordinary moments that I watched without knowing I was learning the way a good man loves his family, by simply being present in all the quiet spaces where love doesn't announce itself but lives anyway. Go. His hands are in my hands now, his patience in my bones, the way he made a house feel like the only place you'd ever want to call home. His grace is in my mornings every time I slow myself down. He's in the stillness, in the light, and everything I've found. He never left. He's in everything I've found. Not a performance, just a son speaking to his father across whatever distance death puts between people who loved each other, without ever finding the right words for it. I found you this morning in the way the light fell, and I didn't hurry through it. I found you in the stillness I gave my son when he needed someone to not flinch. I found you in my hands, in the way they move through the work of this life, like they know exactly what they were made for. And I want you to know that what you gave me, without knowing you were giving it, I am giving forward every single day. I am giving it forward. Good. it filled the room. My father's been gone 6 years, but this morning he was right here. Go. My father's been gone 6 years, but this morning you showed up. And the way the light came through the window, and I stood there without rushing, the way he always stood. Go. I was working in the yard when it happened. The way my shadow fell across the ground was the same length, the same lean, the same unhurried shape as the man I used to watch before I knew that I was watching go. There's a kind of inheritance that doesn't come in boxes or in words. It comes in the angle of a shoulder and the patience of a man who never raised his voice, because he never had to raise his voice for the people that he loved to hear him go. He didn't hand me a philosophy, he gave me how to start in quiet way. He moved through every morning like each one was worth the full weight of his attention. And somewhere in the years between his life and mine, I stopped rushing through my days the same way he never rushed through his go. His hands are in my hands now, the steady